Stand back? Or?
No, right there's good.
Okay.
Okay. Focus, just want to make sure. All right, you ready? Okay, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Candace Matthews. I am the National Minister of Politics for the New Black Panther Nation, and I have been summoned here by the community as well as employees of this Dollar Tree that stands behind us, because it was something that went down on Tuesday in regards to a child that is in CPS custody that is currently staying in the CWOP location. So what we have is some serious issues with this CWOP here in the state of Texas. I have been around every part of the state of Texas exposing CWOP, all to the fact where they're not putting food for children. They're not protecting these children. These children are not being regulated, and said this is a problem. And so this problem lies on two state agencies who need to be held accountable for this, which is CPS and also HHSC. There is no way that a 13-year-old little girl had left a CWOP location hotel on Tuesday and left because she shared with the employee that works in this store that also reported this to me, that she left the location because the human traffickers were trying to get her. Okay, so then she comes to this store as to seek refuge from this. That is unacceptable. This is a 13-year-old little girl. CPS is supposed to be protecting children. You do not supposed to have kids not supervised. This little girl left the hotel, crossed 59 freeway, also FM 1960 highway. This child could have been struck by a car. This child could have been kidnapped. But you know what ended up happening? This child was trafficked. That is unacceptable. So when the worker that works here ended up calling the hotel, because she asked the child, where are you staying? And also it was several other customers that was asking the same thing, because all these people reported this to me on yesterday morning. This is unacceptable that the community will call me first, then calling CPS or HHSC, because they don't trust them and I don't trust them either. So what ended up happening, the little girl told where she was, and then the worker ended up calling the hotel. When the worker called the hotel, guess what, y'all? They had no idea that the child was missing.
Wow.
They turned around and said that we don't have a kid, so we don't know what's going on. Come to find out that the child, she just distracted me. Okay, so then what ended up happening was this. The hotel called back. When the hotel called back and ended up speaking to the supervisor in this store, then they said, oh yeah, we do have a kid that's in this CWOP location. We're going to send somebody to come get her.
Wow.
Okay, so then we do have video of the two staff, because I called to verify if these people were actually CPS caseworkers. Come to find out, they're not CPS caseworkers. They are contract workers. Okay, so they got contract workers working in CWOP as well as CPS casework. So if you got this going on, how this kid leaving from over there like that and being unsupervised? And then how is it that this kid managed to get an Uber by her trafficker, and the trafficker sent for her, and she's been gone since Tuesday? I even talked to the child today. I asked the child, have you talked to your CPS caseworker? The child stated to me, and I quote, I've called her several times. She has not answered the phone. The caseworker don't like me. That's unacceptable. This is a 13-year-old little kid. I don't think so. Then we get back in this store. We have shocking video to show you that this child came in this store seeking refuge, and she was by herself on Tuesday around 2:30 p.m. time frame. You will see that this is unacceptable. So what I'm not understanding is, if CPS is supposed to be protecting kids, you're taking kids from their families. This is what you're doing. You're taking them from their families, but then you're putting them in this situation. This kid is being trafficked. Human trafficking is on a whole nother level now, guys. So it appears to me that CPS and HHSC is the real human traffickers. Because all of a sudden now, on yesterday, since they found out, I put the press release out, since they found out that me and Brother Cornell and also Brother Leonidas is on the case, all of a sudden now the child pops up. All of a sudden CPS recovers the kid. How convenient. But the fact still remains, you did not supervise that child properly at all. If that would have been one of the RTCs, one of the foster homes, one of the shelters, y'all been closed those facilities down. But since y'all can do it, then it's okay. No, it's not okay. We're calling you out. We calling you out and we holding you accountable. And I'm just going to be real about it. Judge Jack, if you're watching, my question is, what are you going to do with these commissioners? What are you going to do with both of these agencies? Because clearly they're demonstrating that they're failing the children in Texas. They're failing our kids. This is what's happening. Governor Abbott, this going out to you. I think you need to get rid of everybody. All leadership, get rid of all of them. And turn right back around and start all over. Because they're showing that they're demonstrating that they don't give a damn about our kids. You gonna sit up here and let our kids run around here, get an Uber from a trafficker? I don't think so. You got the game messed up. Slid?
Yeah, what's unacceptable to me is that trafficking is at an all-time high, especially here in the state of Texas. So now you have kids that are already removed from their families and their homes, regardless of the circumstances that got them into the CPS custody. We are entrusting that CPS and all the government agencies that are responsible to overlook our children and putting people in place that will do their jobs. The child said that she was trying to call her counselor that was overseeing the CPS worker that's overseeing her case, could not get a hold of her. So when the kids are endangered or feel like they're in a situation where they're unsafe, what are they supposed to do? The person that was supposed to be responsible for them is no longer responsible, or they cannot reach them. And then the other issue that I have is these kids, they're in hotels. They're in a hotel where anybody can walk in and out. Where's the supervision? Where's the security that's being put in place? So now you have a sex trafficker that can have access at any given time, that can put a child in an Uber and God knows where they're sending them or taking them to. Maybe making some money for them on the side. This is what's happening in our system. The system is broken. So we got to fix and amend the leaks that are in the system. Unacceptable. I, as a parent, if anything were to happen to my children, I'll be raising all kind of hell. Now you take the kids from their families for whatever reason that the kids end up in the system. And now the system itself is not doing their job properly. So where does that leave us? Where does that leave the kids? It's a broken system. It has to be fixed.
Yes, and I'm just going to say this again. Governor Abbott, you need to clean house. You need to get rid of them old no good jokers that's in Austin that's not doing what they're supposed to do. Them commissioners ain't worth 2 nickels smashed. No way that this should be happening on their watch. Governor Abbott, this shouldn't be even happening on your watch. Because again, y'all quick to not want to have women to have abortions and stuff and want to be able to take care of the kids. Then why are we not taking care of the kids that we got right here?
Wow.
This is what needs to happen. These kids should not be going through this. I've seen with my own eyes in CWOP locations around this state ain't no damn food. I seen it. I exposed it. And I've been retaliated against for doing it. And I don't give a damn. Because somebody got to stand for these kids.
And these are our tax dollars.
And these are tax dollars. So what you doing with our money?
You know what's commendable is that the child was able to be within her right mind to walk to a place of safety, report it, and then fortunately the workers that were here contacted Dr. Matthews, but the child tried to contact her supervisor, counselor, that was caseworker that was over her, but couldn't reach her to where she felt like she needed to escape because she was under duress. She walked across a highway. She could have been hurt and endangered, but fortunately the worker was able to contact, and then we brought it to the light, and then all of a sudden now CWOP, CPS has custody of the child again. But what if it was too late?
She gonna run again.
Yeah, what if it was too late? So there's countless of children out there that is in the system that we need to protect.
And how can we protect the unprotected if they run around here letting these traffickers have access to them. That is CPS and HHSC job. I'm going to say this again. CPS job is to protect. HHSC job is to regulate. How is it that that's supposed to be regulated to the fact where that CWOP location is supposed to have security there? Okay? That CWOP location is supposed to be regulated just like you regulate a foster home. Anybody that come to that location is supposed to have background checks. You understand? Why is that not happening? Oh, it's because y'all are the ones doing it. So it's kind of like do as I say, not as I do. I don't think so. Not with our children in Texas, because we're going to get on your ass. And I mean it. Any questions?
Dr. Candace Matthews, everybody, a lot of people aren't familiar with why a kid who's in CPS custody would even be in a hotel to begin with. Can you explain that to them? Because people aren't understanding what children are doing in hotels.
Yeah, because CWOP is called Child Without Placement, okay? Because the Texas legislature passed a couple years ago that children can no longer stay in offices with CPS caseworkers, okay? So they came up with this dumb idea to put kids in hotels. So now let's be clear, because of the federal case that's happening with Judge Janice Jack, is that one, you got providers that are being overregulated. So you have a child that has severe behaviors, you're going to get penalized for the child's behavior, and all you're trying to do is help them. So that's why a lot of these providers don't want to take these kids, because they are a risk to their business. That's why these kids is in CWOP. The CWOP population uptick is going right now. The numbers are going up across the state. And you know where the numbers start going up at? Right here in Harris County. When the numbers go up in Harris County, it goes up across the state. And this is unacceptable. And they receive federal funds. The state of Texas received federal funding. So my question is, how is it that you don't got the proper security? How is it that these kids don't have the proper food? How is it that these kids can end up getting diabetes and everything because they're not eating a home cooked meal? They eating food that's fast food type stuff. I don't give fast food to my kids all the time.
Helping and trying to monitor. I don't even know how that happens.
How you gonna have these type of people to try to monitor these children? They're not even trained. They're not even trained to restrain a kid if they have to restrain a kid. What if a kid has to have psychotropic medication? They're not even trained to give medication to the kids. Like, what is this? What is this? Are there any other questions?
And just in case anybody else was wondering, did the child think about possibly calling 911, law enforcement, or anything like that?
This is a 13-year-old little kid. This little kid, the only thing that came to her mind was, let me call my CPS caseworker.
That's correct.
And the caseworker didn't answer the phone. And she confided in the supervisor that's here. And thank God that this supervisor and these workers and also community that was in here reached out to me. And thank God that the little girl had felt safe to talk to this lady, because you know what? The little girl didn't have no food. The supervisor in this store gave the child a Cash App card to put money on her, so put money on the card to give the girl food.
That's unacceptable.
That is unacceptable. And y'all receiving federal dollars. I don't think so.
Misappropriation of funds. Mismanagement of funds. Unacceptable.
Yes.
So we got to clean the system up.
Yes, it got to be cleaned.
Absolutely.
And they got to be held accountable. And I'm going to stand 10 toes down, and I'm going to put them on the news every chance I get. And community that's watching this, you got any problems with CPS, I don't care what it is, you reach out to me. 832-291-9995, and I'm going to get on their ass.
Do you think that some of the people that work with CPS and CWOP are possible, like themselves pimping the children and stuff?
I honestly believe that, because let me tell you, I had another story that happened right here in Region 6 that's under investigation right now. Just so you know that this case right here is under investigation with the Texas Rangers as we speak, because I called the Texas Rangers yesterday. All of a sudden now the kid pops up. But let me tell you about this other case that also happened right here in Harris County. This was a CPS caseworker who had a child that was a cross-dresser, a trans kid. And what she did with this child, because the child reached out to me. The child reached out and brought the receipts. The child stated that she was trying to hook him up with her boyfriend's son that is over the age of 20 years old. And then try to put the child on Grindr, which is a gay website, to try to get money. Then she took the child to a store to go buy clothes for him to be sexy for the 21-year-old guy.
Wow.
That's why I'm working hand in hand with the Texas Rangers and FBI and other law enforcement, because we're going to break this mess up. Because it appears to me, the way how this is going, then all of a sudden the child pops up, somebody in this system, HHSC or CPS, is working with this human trafficking.
Let me say this. They're complicit, because if they're supposed to be overseeing the children and sex traffickers have access to the children, so ultimately they are complicit. So indirectly, directly, yes, they are involved in this.
And I'm going to take them down one by one. Are there any other questions?
Any messages to the actual traffickers as well, the ones that are taking our kids and pimping them out?
Just know, baby, I'm going to put you out of business. And you're going to be in federal prison when I get done with you.
Very short-lived.
All right, folks, this is Grizzy live here in Humble. I had a road rage experience before all this started, friends. Man, y'all be safe out there. Man, I don't know what's going on. It's Friday. I'm about to post more stuff. We got a pursuit. We got a video of pursuit. Bye, friend. Love you. Be safe. We got video of a pursuit. I'm about to upload it. A lady with a pink skirt and boots, friends. We're going to call her Puss in Boots. All right, friends. Reporting live here at the Dollar Tree off of 1960. It's your girl, Grizzy. Back to you.